Go.
Hi folks, this is the next exciting episode of creating Matilda the Lagerphone. Hey, we've got all our bottle tops now, we've taken all the plastic out of the inside, we're up to the next step. Now just to talk a little bit more about the bottle tops and how they're best acoustically treated. So the reason why it's necessary to have perfectly round and rust-free bottle tops is to make sure that when they connect together, they're giving you the best possible sound. Any damage or any other issues based around that is going to give you a dull sound, which is not entirely pleasant. So, like I said, when we're needing to put holes into the bottle tops, the worst thing that you can do is use a drill. A drill will get the job done quickly, certainly, but it also creates a sharp edge, which, trying to make your Lagerphone last as long as possible, which is what I try and achieve, you're far better off to punch a hole into your bottle tops. So these are some that we've done just before, and I'm not sure if we can see this, but by punching you're creating a little lip on the inside, which is double the thickness of the material, so it's going to last so much longer. A bottle top that's drilled, you can virtually halve its life span. So to do that, we need to be able to come up with a way of putting a hole into the bottle top without denting the top of the bottle top, okay? Because we want that nice dome and as much surface area here that can create nice sounds. So the way to do that without denting the top of the bottle top, because it's only fairly soft material, is to use something like this. So that's just the top of an old broom handle, and I've just drilled a reasonable size hole there. That will give you support for the bottle top when it goes on top. Okay, so it'll create a little area around here that's all supported and it won't damage the bottle top. The next thing that's fairly important is to make sure that we're centering the hole as much as possible. If we go slightly off center, that means the bottle top, they do wear, and they wear fairly significantly. You can really only expect, well, from a bush band perspective, my Lagerphones last me about 5 years. So to try and get as much time as is possible out of a bottle top is to try and center it so that it'll wear evenly from one point through to the other. Last thing that we want is to have bottle tops flying off. Then we need to look at, okay, what are we going to punch it with? So for Matilda, I'm going to use a roofing nail. Now roofing nails are awesome because they have a large surface area here which protects the hole. It adds an extra surface point, and it also will stop that bottle top from flying off. They're a really good idea. Possibly the worst nails you can use are these fellas here. They have no head on them, or very little, and honestly they will fly off within about a week, or the bottle tops will fly off. You can use slightly larger headed nails like that, but again their lifespan is really minimal. If you choose to use a flat-headed nail, the best thing that you can do is to have a washer, a steel washer that goes on the end as such, and virtually it does the same thing as a roofing nail. You can then put your bottle top on and that's how it'll look. So it doesn't look too bad. And again, as that bottle top wears, and they will wear, it will stop that bottle top from flying off as it ages. So having said that, that's just a couple of options. Roofing nail is my preferred. You can also use a screw. Now this is it's a gyprock screw. You can see it's got a long section here that is unthreaded and an even longer section that is threaded. If you're going to use a screw, which does have benefits, you'd simply cut a section off like that to be able to screw into your Lagerphone, which would be fine. So you'd virtually waste half of that. The disadvantage of screws is they are quite expensive. The advantage of screws is once your bottle tops become no good anymore, you can simply unscrew the Lagerphone, put new bottle tops on, screw it back in. Unfortunately, with roofing nails, you can't do that. In fact, to prevent any nails coming loose, I quite often put some araldite on the tips as they're going into the timber. So once the bottle tops are ruined, so is the Lagerphone. So you've got choices there. It really becomes a matter of personal preference. So essentially, trying to centre the bottle tops, you can use your eye, and sometimes you'll get it right, sometimes you won't. It just depends on your mood. If you're looking to be a little bit more professional about it, you can just get a small hole washer, place it over the top of your bottle top, and then just try and centre it as much as possible so that there's roughly about the same gap all the way around. Whatever nail you're going to use for your Lagerphone, use the same size punch. And all I've done with this one is sharpen it up a little bit, make it more bullet shaped if you like. Then it's just a matter of coming over the top, finding centre, which I've just buggered up, pressing your nail in and giving a tap till it goes all the way through. Now the thing about that, the hole is now the same size as the nail. To make that, all we're looking for is a little bit of movement in the bottle top. So just move it around in a circle so that you can just get a little bit of a wobble happening there and it'll move more freely. That's fairly easy done, and you can see that's fairly well centered. So you keep on going, do the same thing for the whole lot. Again, bottle top. If you choose to use the guide, that's fine. You can do that. I'll just do another one. Again, find your center mark in that hole. Hold it there. A little tap and a bit of a wriggle. Now, if we come up really closely, you can see, we now have a little support section on the inside, which is also going to prevent that bottle top from wearing out anywhere near as quick. Some of those edges can be a little bit sharp, but they're on the inside of the bottle top, which is fine. I don't like the idea of trying to punch from this direction, because that will create a lip on the outside which is going to separate your bottle tops from smashing together and making that lovely sound. So always trying to go from the top to the inside. And then you just keep on repeating until you've got all those done. Then we'll come back and talk about the next step. Cheers.